Next mark will mark 141 years since the opening of the Brooklyn Bridge.
But the completion of the iconic New York City landmark would never have been possible without a woman named Emily Warren Roebling.
Tashanea Whitlow brings us her story.
Considered the eighth wonder of the world, the Brooklyn Bridge majestically sits atop the East River, connecting Brooklyn and Manhattan. It took 14 years to build. Tragic workplace accidents resulted in multiple fatalities, including the designer's untimely death and the injury of his son, leaving his wife at a time engineering and construction fields were dominated almost exclusively by men in charge.
When we think of, what is women's work, I think most people would name things like nurturing, caring, motherhood, teaching, perhaps. There are some professions that are coded as particularly feminine. Emily Roebling is doing something that is unambiguously masculine to many people: math, engineering, building.
Emily, an educated woman from Cold Springs, New York, took early interest in education. According to Saloni Bauman, a Mellon postdoctoral fellow in women's history at the Historical Society of New York.
Emily Roebling had always had an early interest in education. She went to high school, I guess we'd call it now, in Washington, D.C., so away from her family. Received this sort of extensive secondary school education in subjects including math, and early engineering concepts, physics, so she would have been primed in all of that.
Bauman says while visiting her brother, a soldier for the North, she meets her husband, Washington Roebling, a soldier and civil engineer who assists his father, a renowned suspension bridge expert, John Augustus Roebling, in building bridges in the South to help fight in the Civil War. The pair marry in 1865 when the war is over.
Washington Roebling and Emily Roebling are sent on their honeymoon to essentially learn about bridge technology.
Specifically, caissons, large bottom open chambers drive via air pressure, enables underwater construction. John Augustus Roebling knew it would be a crucial aspect of the Brooklyn Bridge's design, ensuring its stability even today. But before construction begins, he passes away. Emily's husband, Washington Roebling, takes over but develops the caissons from coming to the surface too fast. After more than a decade of construction and a young child at home, Emily takes over.
She's surveying the ground, and as she's doing this sort of liaison work, she becomes an expert in what bridge building takes.
Following 14 years of construction, out of 600 workers, Emily Roebling, holding a white rooster as a sign of victory while riding in a carriage, was the first person to cross the Brooklyn Bridge. And today, 100,000 vehicles, 4,000 pedestrians, and 2,600 cyclists cross the bridge daily. Today, a plaque sits atop of the Brooklyn Bridge honoring the Roeblings, starting with Emily. It reads in part, "The builders of the bridge dedicated to the memory of Emily Warren Roebling." Back of every great work, we can find the self-sacrificing devotion of a woman. Tashanea Whitlow for Fox 5 News.